Greetings everyone, my name is Etterville, and welcome back to my Let's Play of Mega Man Maker. This time it's a special occasion because this is the 700 episode milestone for the series. Oh my goodness, I never expected this series to go on for this long. I said the same thing for the 500 and 600 episode, but it still bears repeating. When I first started this LP about almost 7 odd years ago, I thought this is just going to be about 100-200 episodes at most, and I thought Skyforge, one of the LPs I was doing for an MMO, would last longer. Meanwhile, in the future, the Skyforge LP has basically been cancelled or is permanently in hibernation, whereas this one is still going strong. And this is all thanks to a combination of live streaming and continued support from you viewers. It's really appreciated. So before I begin, as always, quick run on the rules. I'll be covering levels for about 2-ish hours, showcase art, and a separate stream some memes plus reacts. Thank you Oscar, your level has been added to the queue, as well as yours Pixel Boy. I'm afraid I won't have enough time this time, Slash. You may share your announcement, Buster. So welcome to stream Oscar, Jedok, Pixel Boy, Buster, Slash, Iwumi, Lepadio, Sound Haxorus, Raccoon, Pedro, Dada, all the watchers on Twitch, lurkers, and anyone else who I missed. Thank you very much. I don't recall where I got the Elect Man mix, but it was sent with one of the level packs and I liked it so much that I decided to reuse it throughout the series. Mainly for triumphant moments. And we're back. Alright, let us begin with this stage. Tomahawk Blues by Galaxy Man. 50 plays, score of 13. I did Jedok. I'll probably be able to find it based off of the your username. Oh yeah, happy funny date as well. April 20th. I won't bother making the jokes because the most of you will be able to make better ones anyways. So the schedule for this weekend is currently 700 episode celebration. Tonight is going to be the start of Death of a Wish. Assuming all goes through. And tomorrow morning is either going to be Team Fortress 2 or Boar Blasters. Well, I say it with an asterisk. Tonight actually may be Boar Blasters. It depends on a few things. Like the amount of intensity Boar Blasters has compared to Death of a Wish. They're quite apart. Like Boar Blasters is more of a relaxing experience, to be honest. Whereas Death of a Wish is a very tense, intense one. Like, I can relax quite a bit while playing Boar, but if I'm gonna play Dead of a Wish, that's gonna require my mostly undivided attention during battle. Yep, as I mentioned in the announcement. I was meaning to play it before my vacation, but I decided I want to do a live stream of it. And I played Luca, so there is one thing I didn't do with Luca, and that's the The one thing of Luca I didn't do was the DLC, but that was added after I beat the game, so... And it's been a while since I last, been to the land of Paradiso. A lot of heated encounters here. You could easily fry an egg on this. Well, your levels, one of your levels is actually on the queue, is 7th up. If you want, you can replace that level with your Group 2 level. I doubt it, Jaden. That game I'm gonna age gate into 18+ because, oh boy. A lot of the subtext in the first game becomes text. Kraken Woman. This stage was very generous with the E-tanks, overly generous, like, we could get by with just 1 or 2 at most. Or even 0 because, it wasn't really that difficult in the first place. Well, that's one way to make a Chargeman harder. Yeah, I stopped for a moment because I was worried the magma can would shoot up. So yeah, as a starting stage, okay, but we all gotta start somewhere. The game I was referring to is Luca, Born of a Dream. That is Dead of a Wishes. That's the first game in that series. Dead of a Wish is the straight-up sequel in terms of gameplay and story. Go ahead, Buster. Second up is I Hate You by Oscar with 99 plays and a score of 29. A score of 31. Okay. Our main weapon is the Uber Gun. Shame. I thought this is gonna be one of those levels that's based off of using the Uber charge to get past a lot of spike traps. TF2 just got updated X64. Yeah, probably gonna wait 1 week to work out the kinks. Down the pipe we are. What game were you... So alright then, tomorrow morning is gonna be Boar Blasters, or Dead of a Wish. I still haven't exactly decided where I'm gonna have Dead of a Wish or Boar Blasters tonight. It depends on how much energy I have left over. You mean he returns as a dry bone? As a set of dry bones? What game were you thinking about, Jaden? The game everyone was... the one game everyone was playing? Oh, wait, no rest for the week? I get this is a reference to a creepypasta level, but because I'm not familiar with the creepypasta, this level doesn't really have much value for me. Anyways, you gotta defeat the Mario style. Well, even if I knew about the creepypasta, I still... I don't know. I would have preferred the pasta in its original format. So, yeah, I think the game you're referring to is No Rest for the Wicked. I think that's the one. Yeah, I think so, Pedro. Do you think gaming has gotten stale at the moment? Not at all. But then again, I focus primarily on the indie sphere, so there's so much variety and experimentation there that I don't really feel like it's stale. In the AAA sphere, I guess to some degree. Yeah, if you're talking about that one, then yeah, I can see that. Alright, this is from one of the newest viewers on the channel, who just joined the Discord server way earlier, as in about 11 hours, about 10 hours earlier. Number 3 app is Rescue Tango from Pluto and Stop Wily's Supply Train by Galileo Potato, 36th place, score of 8. But as I was saying, frickin' truckin'. I wonder, what happens if I go here? Cheapy! Oh. That's fine. And I got this. What happens if I go down here then? Okay. Oh, imagine if he... That could have been a disaster if he ended at the fight really high up. Now to start that level for real. Good, checkpoint. Curious. Yeah, I thought so. And now we continue. How many alternate paths does this stage have? Or should I say optional boss fights? This is basically Mega Man's original arena. At least all the bosses so far take double damage, but they don't take too long. Wheel cutter? Yeah. Another optional fight. Oh no. I guess it's time to heal. Here's to hoping I get a checkpoint nearby because I got 3 special weapons that I'd hate to lose them. There we go. Oh, well, that's nice. As I shared on the server, during the last Steam sale, I bought Your Turn to Die. Oh, all right, you know what that means. I actually shared the image, so I'm surprised no one really reacted to that. As well as a certain other game that I know a few other folk really want me to play too. But I'm only going to be playing that after I finish Quake, probably. You are hiding from me, Secret. I don't like comparing X4 with the classic series because it's the X games, so... But in terms of the X series, I like the in the X series graphics, yeah, I like X4's graphics the most for the sprite work. But I do like the stylization of X8. And the SNES pixel art graphics are also classic. Yeah, you'll have to next time you'll have to clarify between, are you talking about 5 or X5, etc. How's the thing not dying? Well, I guess he's waterproof. I can understand that a fire-based RM's surviving underwater. But then most of their attacks should be ineffective. Yeah, video game logic. I didn't really watch the Indie World. I'll have to check for myself to see what's interesting. Okay, let's go rush shit. It's kinda gaining on me. Never mind. Just enough to get across. Oh my gosh. I see. I can fight the boss here, and I can fight the boss to the left. Excuse me. I didn't get it yet. Weird. I guess we're in Y's supply base now. Because I missed the freeze cracker somewhere, I should check that actually. Hang on. Where was the freeze cracker? Did they not drop it by... Oh, shh. I missed it earlier. Darn it. It was before the rush jet section. There was that waterfall. I could have gone down there, where I'd fight Freeze Man. Well, I can't backtrack from this point onwards, so I'll have to live with that. Yeah, I'm fine, PJ. I can live without it. I'm just not 100%ing the stage, that's all. Hello Galileo, welcome to the channel, server, and stream. And it's not like a weapon relay, so missing one weapon in the chain... Missing one weapon doesn't mean I'm locked out of the rest of the weapons. Another M tank? Going into this, we already got an M tank, so... you may want to switch that to an E tank. Hello, Devil. I don't know, I usually give each level about 20 minutes, depending on how much I like it or not. I can get about 3 shots in per cycle. This is a pretty wide arena for this fight. It actually makes this a bit easier. If I timed it right, I probably could have finished it last time. I wish the devs added some alternate patterns for Yellow Devil, so it isn't always the same. Like add some custom ones, and the ability for players to choose between them. Breaking into supply cabinets? Well, okay. Hey, kitty. It had to be either this or that. Of course it'd be you. Yeah, this is a bit of an excessive number of M-tanks. You couldn't just replace it with Yashishi and have the same effect. Or E-tanks. I'm afraid I don't have enough time, Slash. This is basically a traditional fortress stage with a bunch of bonus bosses. Can't find whoever here because I missed the laser trident. And let me guess, the laser trident was... Yeah, it's probably from that boss I couldn't fight because I was missing the freeze cracker. Oh well. Yeah, use the M-tank before getting another one. Not really a trick, it's more like... What else should you do? Otherwise it's wasted. It's not like the game automatically uses an M-tank if you already have one. Minus Infinity is one of those games I want to LP on the channel. The reason why I haven't done it yet is because I want to do it justice. Like, I love that ROM hack, but it's difficult. Take the Joe route. Double kill. Oh no. Yeah, that was fun. Hello Gokulis, welcome to the 700 episode celebration stream. As for how I'll handle routes in your turn to die, I've raised one question for you. How different is each route in your turn? It's fine, there'll be more episodes in the future. This is a reference to Mega Man Wish Upon a Star. Interesting. No, that was a question for Iwumi. Sure thing, Iwumi. I'll likely forget what the spoiler is. So shoot. No pickups, so... I mean, I could do the cheesy route for this, but I won't. Nice. Gravity Circuit I hope to play through this year, but we'll see. It all depends on who I vote for at the end of Chapter 2. I see, and that determines who lives and who dies. Okay. At the very least I want to play through one route. If I really like the game, I'll play through at least 2 and see how it goes. Like, I will make a backup save for that. Not really bullet hell yet, not enough projectiles. Not even Danmaku Light, to be honest. This should be the final stretch. Hi. It's Wily themselves. Go, kitty! What do I want to play? I guess some classic Payload, as well as, of course, Man vs. Machine. Is it going to be the most awkward weapon to hit him with? Nope. This is not like the classic series, so it's not that difficult. GG! This is basically a longer fortress stage with a bunch of optional fights. And I do appreciate it's not like a weapon relay level, because if you miss one or two special weapons, you aren't locked out of getting the rest of them. Yeah, you can point it down, you can point it up. It was showcased in Mega Man 11's Weapon Get screen. So thank you for sending it, Galileo. So let me catch up on messages. I will check out Nintendo's Indie World presentation later. And to respond to Jaden's earlier message, I already said it, but I'll reiterate it. I don't think gaming has gotten stale at the moment, but that also depends on what you're looking at. If you're only looking at the AAA sphere, then I can totally understand where you're coming from. But again, I focus on the indie and A spheres, and there's plenty of variation. A lot of stuff I wouldn't say is good quality, but at the very least there is a lot more variation and experimentation, so I don't really get bored. If anything, I have an overwhelming number of games I wish to cover, either sample or cover on the channel or play in my own time. I'd say your weapon list was fairly balanced between offense, defense, and utility. Like, I would have used the freeze cracker quite a bit if I managed to get it. And your tips are helpful. What is your opinion on making, what is your opinion on 28 levels? Because making 18 unique RMs is hard. My suggestion would be then don't make 28 levels, especially as your first, as your next full-on level pack. I'd advise just having 8 RMs and 4 or 5 fortress levels. Welcome to stream, Monica. Like, don't bite off more than you can chew. Don't just artificially lengthen the level pack. Board up is Plant Cavern by XJ Master, 61 plays, score 33. Or if you really want to cut it down further, just include 4 RMs and 3 or 4 fortresses. I say 4 because the 4th one can just be the final boss. Don't stretch yourself thin. Don't stretch yourself too thin and or burn out. Oh yeah, as a reminder for those joining in, because Buster's mic is kind of still borked, and TF2 recently switched to 64-bit, tomorrow morning is going to be Dead of a Wish or Boar Blasters, and tonight is the one game I don't cover. One or the other. Why does it feel empty? That's strange. You need to find a way to test your microphone from a different setting. Freebie tank. This could have just been another large life tank, and it wouldn't change much. Hello Firu, welcome to the stream, and thank you for joining me on the 700th episode milestone celebration. Say, along with you, Multi. It's nice to see a lot of different level designers from Maker showing up, even for a moment. It's because of all you folk why I continue to do this LP series. I don't... the 1070 Ti is not a good graphics card today because the current series of graphics cards from Nvidia are the 4000 series and onwards, but for its time, when it was released, it was good. Like the 1060 and 1060 Ti were very solid contenders. Welcome to the stream, Professor Tornado, and thank you. Aw, congrats! That's fine. Just let us know when we get just let us know when it gets closer, and then you may formally quit the mod ship role. Ah, I understand. Thank you, your level's been added. This stage simply existed. I doubt it. Maybe if you turn down the graphical settings, probably. But City Skylines 2 is infamous at launch due to its poor optimization. I don't know how much it's been fixed, so be warned. You'll likely have to turn down the horsepower settings. Balance list of weapons you believe is a power weapon, piercing, directional, floor/wall crawling, melee, and a directional one, and a horizontal directional. I would add two other things to that list, one of which is a buster substitute, and the other is a gimmick weapon. That way you have 8 or 9 special weapons. I mean, I'm just talking about how usually the Classic Series does it. A lot of the Classic Series games has some sort of buster replacement or buster substitute. You don't have to have it, but to be fair, it also depends on whether you have the charge shot or not. If you have the charge shot, you don't really need a buster replacement. But if you don't have the charge shot, then it becomes more feasible. I'd also say another type of weapon that you haven't mentioned was some sort of homing weapon. But not all games have that. Well, 2 weapons you didn't mention are homing, and the other one, which is common, is shield-based weapons, as most Mega Man Classic games have some sort of shield-based item. Although, at least half of them aren't really that useful. True, in this stage, Tango was sort of homing. Kind of a combination of homing and gimmick. What did I think about those rush sections? They were there to break up some of the intense sections, but I don't think we really needed one of them. We could have gone by with one less and just put the rush section at the end, as for the climax. Be right back in one moment. Alright, I'm back. Welcome to the 700th episode, the celebration. Thank you for sending it. Alright. Level added. Genox sent a few treaties levels. Let's see how long they are. Fifth up is Would You Rather Jet Adapter by Genox74. 74 play, score 37. Ah yes, you did have the plant barrier, which is a shield-based item. I said this before earlier throughout this and a few other fan games. But I feel most of the shield weapons in the classic series are forgettable or fairly weak. Maker fixed the problem with the shields. Now they all have their own niches. Skull Barrier now protects against spikes. Star Crash activates low gravity. Plant Barrier heals. Junk Shield isn't here yet, but it's already good enough. Jewel Satellite already deflects, so it didn't really need to be stronger. Water Shield comes out faster, and it comes out twice as fast and is twice as strong. We don't have the Acid Shield, but that was already strong enough. Leaf Barrier was already pretty strong in its own right, so it didn't really need the buff. It didn't get a buff either. Screen clearing weapons, yeah, that's... Homing weapons, they can trivialize several stages, so you have to be careful when using them. But they're not as bad. But it also depends on how much ammo and how strong it is. Like, the most, I would say the most, powerful types of Mega Man weapons are the screen clearing ones. That's why when you get a screen clearing weapon, either it doesn't really deal that much damage, or you only get 3 or 4 uses of it. But they tend to be kind of the more easy to use stuff. I don't mind the existence of them, but you have to be careful. So I'm okay with having homing weapons, but screen clearing or screen wipe ones, you have to be really careful. And to be honest, unless they have some sort of other effect, like for example the rain flash having a added temporary wind effect, I tend to prefer it's taken by a different item. Junk Shield in the classic series was one of the first to shield weapons following the Leaf Shield that actually felt good to use. Like for a long time, shield weapons were kind of a joke in the Mega Man series. 6th up is Power Adapters, Would You Rather. 41 plays, score 20. Bazooka, it's the power weapon of the bunch. I'm using a variety of power mods. I'm using a variety of music mods. That isn't the only weapon that can do it, thanks to certain glitches. Trickster Shield? Please don't use all caps that much. But... ooh. Yeah, I remember that. I guess it was fine. Are we talking about its original 9 incarnation or the one over here in Maker? Oh shoot. That could have been bad. That's fine. Okay, if they're talking about Maker, then, that... excuse me. That being the only weapon that can insta-give a boss in Maker, I don't really care that much about. That's fine. Basically, with a fully charged Mega Bazooka deals about 6 to 9 damage. It was basically made stronger in this engine. Way stronger. Like, that's why I find that unless a boss is explicitly immune or resists the bazooka, it's one of the weapons I almost always go for in a stage if there are going to be a lot of boss fights. The other one would probably be the bounce balls, because shotgun triple. The super arm is very powerful. What happened? Why is the game hitching suddenly? Dramatic slow-mo? Like, Super Arm is one of the strongest utility weapons in this game. Like, okay, it may not be as good in terms of offense, but it's okay to decent at. But its main powerful thing is it can create blocks anywhere, and those blocks are, blocks act almost the same as the regular medium weight blocks in this engine. So that gives it a lot of versatility. Not to mention that even though you can't insta-get bosses with it anymore, outside certain very specific glitches, you can still constrain their movement, if not just lock them in a makeshift jail. And for the last one, Jedok, would you rather Super Adapter, 52 play, score of 28. Oh man, homing sniper. Yellow. I wouldn't say it's the... Homing sniper is one of the strongest homing weapons in the classic series. I was too impatient. That isn't the most bounce one, I gotta say. That's one of the strongest. Like... Huh? Hang on. I know what to do. There we go. Speaking of other weapons that can perform shotgunning, Triple Blade. Like the dive missile, which I feel is one of the stronger homing weapons when it works. You can't really burst fire it as much. Low gravity, please. Nice. Red line. Nice. This one. Completely ignore it. It's gonna be funnier with this. Look at him dance. Dual satellite supremacy. Homing sniper shows specifically what it'll be targeting. Like, if you're gonna talk about one of the weakest homing weapons in terms of actually destroying enemies, that'd be the Hornet Chaser. Like, only 1 damage per hit, the Hornets don't really fly that fast, and you can only have 3 of them on screen at a time. Plus, weapon energy usage. Like, the main thing I use the Hornet Chaser for isn't so much for DPS, it's more for collecting hard-to-reach items, and for eliminating, I guess, hard-to-reach foes. Like, in a pinch I'll use it for as a homing weapon, as a homing destroyer, but most of the time I'll just use it for collecting items. And because of that, the slowness actually helps a bit. You mean the commando bomb? Oh yeah, the spread gun. Part of the reason why the triple blade is so powerful in this engine, along with the bounce ball and Bang Bazooka, even uncharged, is that you can use it against bosses and you can shotgun them. It's not like it only deals 1 or 2 damage. The main downside of triple blade is that in order to get the best effectiveness, you have to use the shotgun because of its spread. So that's the thing that balances it out. Of course, if your stage is mainly built on short to medium range encounters, then it's one of the best weapons in the game. Especially as in Mega Man, there is no forced cooldown rate before firing each weapon. Excuse me. For the vast majority of weapons, barring certain exceptions, there's no artificial limit placed. There's no refire limit, meaning that you can refire the special weapon once the last projectile of the special weapon of that particular weapon is gone. So almost every weapon is inherently very spammable. I keep saying every, but it's really almost. Like, the only fire cooldown I can think of is mainly in Wily Wires, Mega Man 11, and in this engine with certain weapons like the Screw Crusher. No, not the Screw Crusher, Belay Cracker. Like, for some reason, you have to wait for the explosion to fully dissipate before you can fire it off again. Oh, if you have to go now, then sure. Yeah, other shooters have a bit more options for balancing weapons, and one of which is the refire rate. So players can't just spam it as often. Like, if the triple blade had for example, an X frame delay before you can fire it off again, that would go quite a bit to making it a bit more less broken at short range. It'd still be really powerful though. Ice Wave is cool. One of my favorite weapons for Mate. Welcome to stream, Dawson. Okay, give me a sec, so I need to reorganize this slightly. B-Dasher said they're going to be leaving soon, so let me do their level, then I'll move on to Dawson's level. Oh yeah, TMNT Brawler Roguelite. Looks cool. I've heard about that one. I find it's easy. Scramble Thunder works best if an enemy is directly above, below you, or they're right next to the terrain is gonna crawl up. Freeze Cracker, it doesn't have to rely on that, but you have to be more careful with the angling. Anyways, back to Mega. 8 up is High Rise Hell by B-Dasher. 57 plays, score 14. Pile Driver and Wheel Cutter are some of my favorite weapons that are basically... well, they're in the category of utility weapons that are focused on speed or increasing your mobility. Same with the Charge Kick in this engine. Charge Kick, Star Crash, the 2 weapons you mentioned, as well as a few others, they're basically focused on increasing your mobility or speed running. It'll take me some time for me to rank those. And it gets a bit more difficult, and it gets kind of difficult because there's some weapons which are just a mix of those. They share archetypes. If you were to ask me what my favorite weapon archetypes are, well, obviously it's going to be... Like, for example, you distinguish between Spammer and Buster Replacement. Like, in the many cases, the Buster Replacement is the spammable weapon. If you're gonna ask me what my favorite archetype is, it's probably gonna be either the bomb weapon, the piercing weapon. It's likely gonna be bomb, piercing, spammer, or... Well, it's gonna be bomb, piercing, or spammer. But that's like talking about overall archetypes. And of course, weapons can share multiple archetypes at the same time. Like, a lot of bomb weapons are basically piercing weapons too. Well, a lot of bomb weapons can act like piercing weapons if you're close enough. Like, if positioned correctly... Oh no. Like most explosive weapons, at least the good ones, they can pierce through enemy guards. I mean, Metal Blade in Mega Man 2 is both the Buster Replacement and the spammable weapon. And we've already gone on record many times of saying that it was poorly balanced and pretty much overshadowed most of the weapons. Alright, let's go down. And get crushed. Squish. Ooh. I don't even think Jarman's weapon was the best one in 5. You're welcome, Galileo. See you later. Thanks for joining. It does pull me upwards. I mean, if the weapons in Mega Man 5 are more like the ones in Mega Man 4, yeah, it'd be fine. I mean, in theory, Mega Man 5's weapons could be good. See how they're implemented in Maker, for example. It's just that they had either odd limitations, deliberate NES limitations, or some very strange balancing decisions. My favorite punching bag / example is the Power Stone. Like, it should be pretty easy to make the weapon a lot better. Make it fire out twice or 3 times as fast, and make it pierce, which is exactly what Maker does. But for some reason it comes out fairly slowly and it planks off of shields, so it's not as helpful. And of course it can lag out the game, so... Meanwhile, the way Maker made Charge Kick better is by giving it an air slide and the ability to jump out of the air slide, so it becomes a very fine utility mobility weapon. The problem with the Charge Kick is that it's basically in many other games that would just be an upgrade. It would basically be a straight upgrade to your basic slide, or it would be one of your basic attacks. It shouldn't cost weapon energy to use with how situational it is. It is both a utility and melee weapon. It's just that it's a bit awkward to use, especially in 5 with how limited it is. Like, the only weapon in Mega Man 5, which I find the best weapons in Mega Man 5, I'd say, are the Napalm Bomb, sometimes. The Water Wave, sometimes. Gyro Attack for more hard-to-hit enemies, but otherwise it's fairly weak. The Crystal Life, you can hit properly and not lag out the game. And of course, the Gravity Hold, because screen clearing. Charge Kick is too situational and too weak. Power Stone, I already punched it. Star Crash as a shield is very weak. And that's about it. The problem is most of the weapons aren't really that strong, or they're too situational, like in terms of power, or have too many limitations, but enough of that. I see. It's fine. At that point, you need to have... At that point with Charge Kick, you need to either rebalance it so if an enemy shoots you, you can't just kick through it or something. As a stage overall, I'd say it's okay to decent. It's basically a fortress... It's a city-themed fortress level. We have to go through a high-rise that's filled with explosives. Challenge progression-wise, it was fine, and it did the job. You're welcome. Alrighty then, I've waited long enough. Dawson's stage is up next. Last week I did the first part of the stage, so this week I'll be doing part 2. Or rather, specifically, I'm gonna load up this whole level in the level editor and return to where it last was. I'm gonna have to check out Refined Self. This is the first time I've heard about it. This is by Lizardry and Playism? Interesting. Okay. The problem is if I do that, I wouldn't gain my special weapons. Also, I reset because it was very laggy for something. So yeah, last reminder, or second to last reminder to be specific, tonight's either going to be Boar Blasters or Dead of a Wish, depending on how much energy I have left in the evening. If I have a high enough amount, it's going to be Dead of a Wish. If not, Boar Blasters. Okay, if all the special weapons are in the cheating area, let's do it then. Lauren, have you used the Swordman's weapon, the Flame Sword? What do you mean it does the same amount of damage as the Buster? Are you talking about per hit? Because if we're talking about per hit, that's not a good metric. Because it hits almost every frame when it overlaps the target, so the damage racks up very fast. Like, in terms of short-range DPS, Flame Sword beats it out. Unless you're really fast at button mashing or are very close to an enemy. Like, let me put it this way. If you're playing the game normally and are not right up and close to an enemy, the Flame Sword will out-DPS the Mega Buster. The Mega Buster will only out-DPS the Flame Sword if you're very close to the target, like this or something. But even then, you can just cancel out the weapon and reactivate it. Alright, we're in the cheats menu. Let's grab everything. So it's every frame. Okay, so Flame Sword's every frame, Mega Buster's capped every 2 frames. Alright, in that case, Flame Sword beats out the Mega Buster's DPS completely. I guess we start going down first. I'm curious, what about the other teleporter? Oh, right. If you shoot... Yeah, because of the timeout, if you keep shooting the Buster every single frame, you'll start charging. Because it'll count as the Buster still being held down. How many keys did I have at the end? Oh. 4 blue, 8 red, 1 orange, 1 the special. I want my orange key. Sheesh, there's so many keys in here. Thank you for the correction, Buster. Well, in any case, in terms of actual, in terms of real-world usage, the Flame Sword and, for example, the Flash Bomb, they out-damage the Buster. I see. This is what I wanted. Gonna grab this just in case, and let's go. Yes, Jaden, this is the one from last week, which I only did part 1 of. This is basically the second part. Alright, we are back to part 2 of Robotic Army. Let's do the Fortress levels. Challenge! But first, some challenges. I can't really choose the orange level pack. The difference between this and Lauren's level is that every mini RM stage in here actually feels distinct and fun. That's why I'm willing to go through the entire stage like this. Dr. Light's Trials. Again, my problem with many of your stages, Lauren, is that they're too forgettable, so I can't just organize it like that. You have the most familiarity, you can do it. Oh my goodness. Ah, we got some healing. Do we have a shield? Yes, we do. It doesn't protect us to the fire, though, so... Heal me! Ow. Oh my goodness, that's it, E-tank time. Didn't actually need it. Keep going with the challenge. What makes it tougher is that I can't regen life or weapon energy here. Because no pickups. Come on. How long is this trial by per chance? This is it. Hey, Dark Man. No weaknesses, I guess. I can manage. See? And I get a knee for my trouble. Distinct means they stand out from each other. Meaning that not only do they have different gimmicks, but they also have different flows, different challenges, different challenge progressions, different enemies. My issue with many of your stages, though, and especially the ones in the same, like, a full game level pack, or one level acting like a level pack, is that most of the levels blended in with each other. You did your best when the level stood out the most. You tried, but... Thing is though, of the 5 levels you just listed, only really one of them felt like it stood out from the bunch as much. That's one of the times where I would agree that probably should have been an M-Tank. Trying is important, yes, but the execution still leaves a lot to be desired. Oh my goodness. Keep in mind, you can make gargantuan sized levels which act as a full Mega Man fan game and have it work. If you want an example of that, see this level. This is basically Lauren's first 2 full game level packs of fan game levels. Or, let me rephrase it. This is basically Lauren's first 2 level pack, full fan game level pack as one level, but done right. Or first 3. Ah, punk. That's what I'm saying, Jaden. You missed the first part of the conversation again. I'm just comparing Dawson's level to Lauren's level because they fall in the same subcategory of having an entire level pack in one level. I'm just saying that Dawson did a better job at executing on it. That's why I'm going through all the effort of covering it fully, otherwise I would have just sampled it. Because, here's the thing, you could separate all the levels in this level pack into individual levels, upload them separately, include a selection screen at the start so you can carry over weapons and tanks and keys, and it would still be as good as this. It would still be decent. And that's saying something. Like, even this photo stage is fun. And plus it has some bonuses like the detailed shop system, keys being placed in both obvious and not so obvious and sometimes fairly hidden locations. Plus the extra challenge room, a cheat menu. Really, my only criticism is that it's a bit too easy to exit out of the stages too early. And some quirks with... Like, some of the stages could do better with their gimmick executions, but otherwise, I like it. Oh, it's... I'm sorry, that's funny. Like, that's positively hilarious. Lauren, you're not listening to me. You're not listening to what me, Buster, Jaden, and the others are saying. Your stages may have individually fun gimmicks, but it's only one or two of them, and in most scenarios they're not developed or executed enough, and the climax leaves a lot to be desired, or ending section. The problem is, okay, they may be fun in the moment, but they're quickly overshadowed by other stages. Grab the E-Tank for the final battle. Whoops, it reignited. Oh yeah, I forgot. Because of the sheer size of this level, if you die, it takes almost half a minute. Well, I'm exaggerating. It takes 15 seconds to reload. And... yeah, music's dead. GG. Rest in pepperoni. Whoops. Got pulled in. Here's the thing, Lauren. Those aren't... You're comparing Mega Man 2... You're comparing the stage design of Mega Man 2 to a Maker, which was released post Mega Man 10. And we're currently in a post Mega Man 11 world. So yeah. If Capcom were to make a level like Heatman nowadays, I would rightfully give them a lot of... think of a synonym for S. I'd give them a lot of scrap for that. Same if a fan game does that. I wouldn't be as harsh, but still. And keep in mind, we have interesting NES levels. See Mega Man 4 and beyond. And keep in mind, the later NES games usually had one or two gimmicks. And if they had one gimmick, they tended to try to use it in more dynamic ways, or they tried to have enemies to force you to use them to force you to go through them in different configurations. Like, I know I don't like to keep referring back to Mega Man 2 because it's been... not again. I don't like to keep referring back to Mega Man 2's level design because it's been torn apart, reconstructed, deconstructed so many times. It's become well known, its deficiencies. Then I prefer to talk more about when did Capcom actually understand or nail down the classic formula, and that's with Mega Man 4. Like, if you're gonna try replicating Capcom's NES Mega Man stage design, use Mega Man 4 or 6 as your guidance. You should use Mega Man 2 as what not to do for the most part. Then why did you bring up Heat Man? And again, I'm not saying you're... Okay, I mean it makes sense, Anchor should be the one. Bounce ball, of course. Whoa! If I'm low health, it'll... turn it back on. I'm sorry, this is just so funny every time he does that. Where are we now? Was that actually... Okay, one moment, because I need to read that. I'm not saying you're trying to replicate Heat Man. What I'm saying is that, for the aforementioned reasons, your stages just feel sometimes hollow, but most of the time forgettable. Oh, that wasn't the Wily stages, okay. Okay, we're gonna be here for about 15 more minutes, but it's fine. I guess that was the midpoint stage. I think your main issue, Lauren, isn't so much... I think your main issue, Lauren, is... It's not just your lack of experience with building Mega Man stages. It's also of understanding the criticism we're trying to give you. Let me put it this way. I understand feeling a bit hurt of your level being criticized. Like, I spent quite a bit of time, for example, making Conveyor Mayhem and my Magmal Tree level and my Magmal 48-hour level. And it is kind of painful seeing some of the criticisms that people gave for that. And the thing is, a lot of those criticisms, I understand where they're coming from, and in many cases, most cases actually, I agree with them. Especially with my Magmal Tune, especially with my 48-hour level. I don't agree with every criticism, but the most of them, with every single one of them, with barring certain exceptions, I understand where they're coming from. And in a lot of cases, I agree. Like, it is difficult in some cases, and not some, a lot of cases, especially when you're newer. Putting your heart and soul into something, putting a lot of hard work, only for people to not really like it that much. Anchor showing off his sick party tricks. Here's the thing, if I decide to ignore most of the criticisms, I wouldn't improve as a designer. Oh sure, I made mistakes in with my Magmal Tree level and my 48-hour level, but at the very least, a lot of them are different mistakes, and it taught me some new things. And I like to think I've improved from there. Hey Sky, welcome to stream. Thank you. And thank you for being a nice viewer. Thank you for watching the series for this long. I mean, I'm gonna have a lot to say once our Magma Tree level comes out. Like, there are certain mistakes I made. I'm very curious to see if one of the judges realized I may have accidentally coded in a memory leak. Maybe, I don't know. I don't know, actually. That has to do with... One of the things is, I don't think I deleted an array correctly. I can't really say more about it because I'll be spoiling my stage, but basically, I had to create an array with a universal object for something to work. The thing is, though, I'm not sure if I properly deleted the array at the end of the stage. It really depends on how good the garbage collector game maker has. Come on. That's the thing, Buster. I think I put it there, but I did put a DS delete, but I realized after submission that, wait a sec, it may not actually properly trigger all the time. The question is, whether Game Maker will actually catch it, will the judge catch it, or something else. Like, my level is not excluded, it's gonna be... It only has a skip teleporter because of... Well, you'll see for that. You'll see why, but... It's not for technical reasons. I'm gonna do this again. Yeah, I kept the variable names the same, so... Of course, it also depends on how good the garbage collector is, the game maker, and whether it can determine whether it's leaked or not. Really, I'll have a lot to say with my... a lot of that stage when we get to that. Mind you, I still don't know who won Magma Tree yet, but I have a hunch who it is. Of course, Sparky. Yeah, I know the results stream is up, I just want to surprise myself. You know what, one more time. Well... Thing is though, if it caused too much of a technical issue, my level may have been excluded. Or our level may have been excluded, but thankfully it didn't happen. And well, if it's a serious enough problem, even if it doesn't get excluded, you'll take a massive score penalty. Like, if your level crashes the game, that's not a good look in terms of technical score. Potentially, at least. Almost! If I timed that better, I could have done it. Alright, that's 1, 2. But yeah, going back to criticism, I've learned about that relatively the hard way through at least designing levels and of course doing LPs. Speaking of this channel, I just checked it earlier today. This channel has reached 1,600 subscribers. And now that I mention it, it'll probably be below 1,600 now. Yeah, it took a while, but we're here. Right now, my next goal is... well, my next major goal is 2K. Like, I'm trying to go for more reasonable ones like 2K, 3K, 4K, 5K. Then we can go for 10K. But yeah, right now, 2K is the next logical goal. Well, at least you're not Anchor. You fool! I have 400 alternate accounts! Nice. That's perfect timing. Thanks, Wiley. It's on Restream and they can't really... It's fine. They're gone. I just found it so funny that that text just came right after I said that. Be patient, Lauren. About 10 more minutes at least. Okay, 20 more minutes then. Again, because this is a 700 episode celebration, if I need to, I'll spend more time on this rather than memes plus reacts. I'd rather be playing games than doing that after all. And come on. Just be patient. Alright, 2's done. What are we supposed to use here? Oh, we can't use this. I can see why. Okay. Where do we have to go? We gotta climb to the top. I hope we don't have to do this again. Okay. I see. What just happened? I guess I fell off the stage. Oops. Yeah, that's a boss fight. It's a quote-unquote rise to the occasion fight, where you have to reach the top while dodging projectiles and other hazards. Oh, I think I know what the problem. Let me check something. Oh, I see the problem. You didn't put a wall there, so Mega Man can just slide off the screen and die. Whoops. Oops. Lauren, please, calm down. You're being... This is why I broke the stage up into 2 parts. This is part 2. If you keep complaining about the length of the stage, I will remove your stage from the queue this week. Alright, number 3. This is your last warning. Yeah, that is one thing that should be fixed in the future version. With the performance issues this stage has, I recommend splitting up into 2 or 3 smaller ones. Otherwise, the loading times and reloading after dying are a pain. Like, have the first part just deal with the RM stages, the second part, I guess, the fortress bosses, as well as the challenges. And you can carry over stuff by having a carryover room or something. Like, it's doable on my PC, but my PC is fairly beefy, so... Yeah, I probably should have put a teleport at the top too. There was plenty of space for that. It's not like there's something obstructing it. Gonna play it really safe. Safe. Oh, way up. Oh, okay. Hey, kitty. Guess we're gonna have to triple it. Dramatic Toho music. I forget why I put it here initially, but I'm keeping it here because it's how much of a surprise it is. And it's hilarious. Alright. I'm starting to realize that I should have gone to the shop to purchase more E-tanks before going here. Okay, that makes it a bit easier. Bye then. Not gonna bother with you. Alright. Moment of calm. This is where the rooms get really heavily enforced with enemies. Thank you, RNG. Please give me a checkpoint. Thank you. I need full health for this. I'm certain of it. Oh, it's just you two. Okay. I thought this was gonna be a bit harder. Wily 4. Are there 6 Wily stages or are there more? You know, for a Wily 3 that wasn't that bad, but yeah. I need weapon energy. Yeah, the biggest enemy are the loading times. Like, On my PC, it takes almost a minute to load up the stage, and mine is fairly beefy. Imagine playing this on an average strength PC or average power PC. Now imagine how much an average skill player would die here. Okay, this room is cool. It's the gravity switchy room. Really? It's only small? Oh man, I really want that. That's the spirit. It crashed trying to load after you died. Yeah, I can believe that. I honestly think this stage should be split into 2 or 3. More so that more people can actually play it. Not so much in terms of making it easier, more in the sense that the computers can actually load the stage. It's more of a technical limitation than difficulty-wise. Basically follow what most other level pack creators do. Like overall this stage, overall I find this whole level pack to be decent, but brought down by some technical quirks and level design that could be a bit better in a few places. But the main thing is the loading times and some of the unfortunate deaths, and being able to exit out the stages too early. Well, I was expecting you two to show up in a combo. Oh, thank you. Doubly thank you. Oh no. Remember what you were saying, Buster? What you just said? I was just trying to slide to the other room and kaboom. So yeah, my biggest suggestion or criticism of the stage is please split into 2 or 3 smaller ones so that more people can physically play it. Or you cried wolf and the wolf came. Alright, I'll be right back in a moment. Please wait. I'm gonna need to take a short pause and get back to the point. Let's finish this stage. Alright, I'm gonna cancel the Means Plus React stream at this rate. I'd rather finish the stages. Be right back. Okay, I'm back. He said it's possible to skip through the wily areas. Alright, fully back. At least it's possible to skip the wily stages in the cheat area. That was 4, so... okay. We'll skip to 5 then. So yeah, I'm going to shelve the Memes Plus React stream because, honestly, this is the 700 episode milestone. I'd rather have that. Plus, after Lauren's level, there's Lepadio, Dada, and Firo Flash. Yeah. Alright, back to cheats. Welcome to Stream Power. Cyber Peacock took... Scooter P's video down. I'm just gonna grab these tanks just in case something else decides to go horribly wrong. And grab these keys as an extra bit of measure. Alright, now go back to the cheater room. No, we're still good. Alright, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Alright, we skipped to 5. I didn't want to go back to 4 because it may crash again. Knowing my luck. Don't worry, we actually skipped ahead a bit after a short pause. Oh yeah, I'll have to say the spiel because I forgot to say it earlier. If you're enjoying this or any other piece of content on the channel, please rate, comment, favorite, and or subscribe, as they all help it out. Oop. Am I dead? Yeah, I'm dead. Don't forget to follow me on X, Mastodon, Calls, and Blue Sky as well, and join the Discord server, as I regularly post updates there. And you're more likely to see updates from me there because sometimes you don't see the latest videos from YouTube. Alright, boss rush. I don't need any right now. Pluton is lonesome. I mean, after the previous fight, the one other criticism is that I kind of wish there was different mid-bosses. Not just the Mega Man... Not just the Mega Man killers and Pluto. Okay. Well, at least in our lonesome they can't crash the game. Oh, water section. Usually in Fortresses and Mega Man Classic, the second stage is the watery one. Let me out. Oh, thanks. Makes sense. It's just that usually we have the water stage earlier. Okay, now by yourself. That's the other criticism, is that I like that we have mid-bosses, I just wish they were different entities. On the other hand, I'm happy that we're not fighting Anchor again. Like, the mid-boss always seems to be Anchor, Punk, or Pluto. Oops, yeah, that's my bad. I should have just used the tank. I thought I could survive it. Here's hoping in the future we have more Mega Man killers. Here's hoping in the future we have Blade, as well as a bunch of the other Star Droids added. Rematch. Dude, does he have a mid-boss? Does he have a weakness? Because that would make my life so much easier. I don't think they do, unfortunately. Good. Ah, yes. I'd love to have his ability to dig through deep blocks. I didn't try Charge Kick because that's one of the more awkward ones to hit him with, and he has fairly high contact damage. The good news is that there's only one more stage after this, and that's probably just the final battle. Hello, missing music. I really hope there's no Castle 2 because we already had the mid stages, and that I thought was a castle in its own right. Welcome to the Gauntlet of Death here. Well, we should have expected to fight Anchor once more. He was basically the main mid-boss, persistent foe throughout the game. Let's see his party trick one more time. Of all the Mega Man killers, I find the Anchor to be the hardest one to fight due to his unpredictability. And the fact that his sword counts as part of his hitbox when he raises it up. I don't know if it's just me, but this feels like the longest Fortress stage. Oh yeah, and there's still the rematch stage. Let me through. No, I'm not gonna say my overall thoughts about it right now. Not yet. You already know what I'm gonna say for this one. I have expected to find everyone at the same time here. Like, Anchor, Punk... Oh right, yeah, I see what you mean, I could skip the rematches now. We kind of have a problem though because I got really unlucky with the weapon drops. In fact, that's one thing I'll say you should probably add more of here. In the Fortress stages there should be more weapon drops, or explicit weapon pickups. As funny as this would be, Again, it's not so much too much anchor, but it's part of it. It's just too much of the same mid-bosses. Like, I get there's a limited selection of arms available, but in that scenario, you could basically cook up a custom... You can sort of make a custom mid-boss by configuring enemies in certain ways, or using multiple bosses. One is a helper, one is the actual. Why did this have 2 rooms? Like, couldn't we just teleport it to him? Couldn't we just teleport it to this room? It's probably one of the other weapons, probably the bounce ball. This has to be a bubble. Yeah. Water connects electricity. Bubble Man still got the last shot. He's also weak to fire. True that. Frankly, that small guy can be more dangerous than Charge Man in the right environment. Alright, I was hoping it'd be this. Alright, that's all 8 bosses defeated. No weapon pickups, I'm afraid. Last stage, let's finish this. We're gonna find Wily. Or Dr. Dawson. Ah, I don't remember this. Okay, I'll charge kick this. Oh boy. This is what I was thinking about an alternate mid-boss. Alright, that should be easier now. Now let me through. I half expected some Yokus to show up. I'm saving up the amp tank for the final battle, if you're wondering. I'm getting really unlucky with the weapon drops. Like, most of the weapon ammo drops I'm getting are just small ones, if any. Well, it barricaded that. Henry! Ah, just a minor detour. This is it, final boss time. Yeah, of all the Wily machines, I expected this one to show up. Also, one of the easiest ones to hit. Just fire in the gaping mouth. You know, of all the people I expected to show up in this stream, I'm surprised Sylveon didn't show up. Okay, it's this. I mean, it's about time. Whoa, lag. Okay. Are we gonna teleport out? Yeah. Now the last part. We just have to climb up through the map screen. We're pulling a Mega Man 10. It's not quite a Castle 2, but it's like a Wily 7. You know, Mega Man 10 pulled off the joke better because he went upside down. The laser can't stop me. We're trying to blow up the core, aren't we? Well, it adds comedy. Oh yeah, Roll... I forgot, Roll is kidnapped here or something. Hi! Oh no. I forgot the ceiling acts like damage spikes. If anything, the true final boss of this pack is Anchor. And his Anchor machine or something. Let me up. He's not at the level of Cockroach yet. Or Doc Roach. He still has the sick party tricks. Oh, thank you, Ishishi. This is one of the times where the Ishishi is very well welcomed. Hi. No weakness, eh? Alright, healing time. And miss completely. Wily, your plot has been ended. And thus, this concludes the level pack Robotic Army. Whew. And I played this between last week's stream and this week, splitting into two. Alright, let me start with the positives of this. 1. Each individual RM stage and the challenge level, as well as the mid-quell or intermediate stage, they all felt fun, distinct, unique, and could stand on their own as an individual level. They wouldn't be good levels under my standards, but they'd be at least decent. And the Y stages also had a different set of challenges they brought to the table. They brought some new challenges while bringing back some of the older ones from the RM stages and recombining them in different ways. But my main criticism has to do, well, there's a small things like the one fight in one of the stages where you could fall off to the right side of the stage, as well as that crash, and a few level design quirks here and there. But my biggest issue is the stage is simply too big for most players' computers to run. Even my computer had issues every time I died because it'd take 10 to 15 seconds to reload up. Just imagine how long it would take for a weaker PC. So please, my main suggestion, more than anything else, is please break up the stage into 2 or 3 parts. Do what most other level designers do nowadays with level packs, as when you enter a stage, have a screen where you can take the keys and special weapons you gained in the previous stages and move on from that. Otherwise, this stage is borderline unplayable for a lot of folks. That's basically my main issue. Due to how the sheer size of the stage, it's borderline unplayable for a lot of folks. Now, if this had dynamic loading, maybe, and I'm really thankful you added a cheats menu or cheats teleport, so you can teleport to other stages to save your progress, basically, save load, or resume your game if it decides to crash. Like, putting aside the technical issues and some other quirks and other stuff I'd fix, this is decent. So thank you for saying it to me last week, really appreciate it. In the future though, please send me some shorter levels. Thanks. Be right back, one moment. And I'm back for the last section. So yes, I've officially scuttled the Memes Plus Reacts showcase because I'd rather do this in celebration. So let me fix that. Once again, thank you very much for watching this elongated level. That was really fun. So I'm gonna fix some things around before I do the next thing. Give me a sec. Right now it redirects to something. I'm going to redirect it to something else. There we go. Fixed. I won't have time to cover it today, but thank you for sending it. Well, we'll see how long this stage is. Alright. 10th up is Mega Man Dark Tamara, Robot Master Group 1, Kraken Woman, by Arsonist, aka Leaf Boy, aka Lauren, with 12 plays and a score of 3. After this, I'm going to cover 2 more stages and end this off, probably. Yeah, we played through most of the stages as either Mega or Proto. Don't worry, I know. You told me last time. Starting is harder than Frigid Woman. I say that because more bombless pits and stuff trying to get us in the pit. Or should I rather say, instead of bombless pits, a watery grave. What could be behind this door? I see. Oh, that was a poor decision. Yes, give me healing. Don't have the right weapon for that. What was the main gimmick of the stage? The water? Honestly, if that's the case, we shouldn't have had that above water section. Like, that just felt like, I don't know, padding. Like, just cut to this and finish the stage. And, yeah, by itself, this stage needs another gimmick. Like, water by itself by this point has been overplayed quite a bit in Mega Man Classic stages. You need to use it in combination with something else. You need to pair it with another gimmick. Like, oh shoot, give me a sec. For example, excuse me, that my solution again is just have 8 or 10 RMs then. Or, if you have to, just share gimmicks between stages. Like, one thing you could do here is have a gimmick where the water rises and lowers. I said this before and I'll say it again, I feel like with this many RMs, you're spreading yourself too thin. And now, it is possible to have many stages with different gimmicks. See Jetox levels, because they made a pack with over 12 or 16 RMs. You could introduce it earlier. Honestly, again, forgettable. This is another stage which is forgettable and really needed another gimmick. The water was used... the water usage was fairly basic, and it could have been saved with more advanced enemy placements and more devious level design, but that wasn't shown here. I'm sorry, but there's 2 other people I need to cover. I can't just do every single level you send right now. I already went way beyond the time I expected, plus Data and Fear Flash are waiting. Alright. 11th up is Mega Man 2 Mega Mix Part 2 by Mr. Doc Robot with 49 plays and a score of 20. We haven't done base yet, so it's base time. Again, the weapon order is kind of awkward. Like, look. We have item 1, item 3 next to each other. Meanwhile, item 2 is right in the middle of the item list for some reason. So yeah, welcome back to Mega Man 2 Wily 1. And because I'm playing as base, I get a slightly different route. I don't remember I have to check. I think I replaced Wily 1 with that. I see. Whoa. Oh shoot. Come on, I know you can do this. Yes. Mecha Dragon. Well, I guess this works. I don't think Mr. Doc Robot expected the fight to work like this. Now he's only firing from his chin. So I can't even hit him with his weakness. He did. That's Wily 1. On to Wily 2. Go, go! Oh, pff. If I didn't hold right, I would have survived. I'm pretty sure Mr. Dog Robot has done a better job at that. The last time we had the Boo Beam trap, when they implemented it, it was fine. I didn't need to use Crash Bomb. A Crash Bomb is going to make it much easier, but... yeah, I probably should have put springs beneath Fireman. Oh gee, thanks. Ah, that's fine. Apology accepted. I didn't see you post a link. Oh yeah, Piku Piku-kan. Alright. This is the Gutsdozer stage, isn't it? Yeah, it has the sewer water. We don't have the jellyfish bots, so instead we have the umbrellas. Oh my... yeah, spike drop. One of the things I love about the Leaf Shield is that if you just turn it on, it doesn't use any weapon energy. Even if you destroy some enemies with it after it's turned on, it still will not consume any weapon energy for it. It's... even if it blinks off at something, see? It's only if you throw it where it actually uses weapon energy. So, because of this one fact, it's one of the best stationary shields in the game. I say stationary, but what I really mean by stationary is not moving left, right, up, down. If I jump, it still counts as not being using weapon energy. Alright, yeah, I thought so. What's your weakness again? Is it explosives or the... ah. I mean, now that I think about it, let me try something. I mean, this does about the same amount of damage as the Base Buster, while making it a lot easier. Nah, it's been in this game for 5 years. At this point, they're not gonna nerf it. Too many levels have been made with its strengths and weaknesses in consideration. I mean, I have the same thing about the Drill Bomb, which I find is one of the... like, the Drill Bomb has 28 uses, is spammable, and is an explosive weapon. Like, I feel it's I feel like it's one of the most powerful weapons... I feel like it's one of the most powerful weapons currently in Maker, and they have shown no signs that they'll nerf it. Like, if I were to design a weapon, I'd nerf it to only have about 14 ammo. but they haven't, so if they won't nerf the leaf shield or that, they're not gonna do it now. Well, that's one way to have the fake blocks, I guess. Thank you. Whoops. It's been a while since I last seen the NATO, which kind of a shame. Well, at the same time I understand why, because it breaks so many stages very hard. I get the feeling that they deliberately made the NATO very OP. Alright, let's see if they're immune to the buster or not. They aren't. Good. Already this is better than... Oh, wait. There's a problem here. I was gonna say they made it better than the original fight because these tellies can drop pickups, but no, they can't. They did make it so it's weak to multiple weapons, so... Good. Although, if you're playing as base, you could potentially get trapped there. So now they have two weaknesses. Hey there, Panta. Welcome. Glad you were able to make it to the 700 episode milestone. Alright, yeah, Leaf Shield will also work. Okay, Heatman's weak to Bubble. I'm calling them by their original names that these are supposed to be stand-ins for. Well, I get why. Because of how the keys work. Airman is weak to the Leaf Shield. I mean, yeah, 2 Atari is better than Mega Man 2's level design. If you haven't already, please watch the LP. That was a pretty fun experience. Delp Labs or the Skipper in 1995, they are a great Mega Man level designer. Metal Blade. Well, this is edited for Mega Man 2, but compared with the other Mega Mix levels, this should have had much more of a radical revamp. But I already criticized the 2's level design enough, so I'll leave it at that. In the meantime, please watch our currently other ongoing LP series like Boar Blasters, Dust and Neon, and tonight, the beginning of a new series, Dead of a Wish. Probably. Going by hard mode settings. Otherwise, this quick boomerang. Oops. Aim. Well, that sucked. Cat Mario? I'll have to look into that more. Well, if enough people want me to do it, I'd be happy to. But I don't know how difficult that's gonna be. Get full refills of most weapons. Oh yeah, Wily Machine. Blindly throwing myself against the wall 50 times? Yeesh. It's one of those Kaizen-like games, is it? Oh no, I lost my... One more. Get a full refill, go to Wily 6. This has been changed from the original, as it actually has a bit more of a challenge. Like, I don't recall Yoko's being here. Probably should use the reset. So, okay, it's not a Kaizo game, it's a troll game. Perhaps, we'll see. Like, if it was gonna be like a troll game, it'd probably be for like April Fool's stuff. Whoops. Thank you! One last restock. Okay, I was thinking of a different game when you said Cat Mario. Well, one improvement is you can use the Buster. His original weakness is still there. GG, Wily. Or rather, Wily decides to not even show up. This time he decided to take off even before. Well, they already did the same thing. It wasn't as bad as what they did with Boo Beam, though. That was worse. GG, well played. Okay, I've a well over-established amount of time I've done right now, so this is where I'll have to end off the episode, I'm afraid. Like, I really appreciate all the levels you've been submitting. In fact, I've been getting a lot more than I expected going into this today, and I really appreciate you. I really appreciate you all for doing this. So I'm gonna stash away the levels and start covering them from the order they were submitted for next week. So let's see, I got your levels, Masozonic and Mass Horu. Alrighty then. So overall, of the 11 levels I covered in today's 700 episode milestone celebration stream, my favorite one would be Rescue Tango from Pluto and Stop Wally's Supply Train by Galileo Potato. And thank you to everyone else who submitted your levels to me. It is really appreciated. But of course, we're not quite done yet. With all that said and done, it is time for the art showcase. Yeah, it is sad Nintendo Network shutting down for the 3DS and Wii U. 12 years. John Wick's shadow. Kinda looks a bit bent. He needs his pump action MP5. Andon Blast is pissed. And On is pissed. Coming to the Nintendo Switch and PC. And we're out now. Nice. Thank you everyone for showing up for this milestone. Whether you be a new viewer, relatively older viewer, or someone from the classic days. A cat bat? Now there's a hybrid you don't usually see that much in furry artwork. She's alright. I think. Boombox Goblin, Concept Art, Attempt 1. Nem. Robot. She's basically an android goblin girl. Neat. They can action stage during View Watch. Among Us. Pokey Dance. Dance the night away. Ah, Lucario. Three different trainers or 3 different mons. Mr. Dark, prepare for a date. A date with whom? An attempted wise machine. 3 times the size. I half expect this to turn into a motorbike or something. Or some sort of advanced drone. New logo for Ant Blast. Add normal picnic day. Nice. Nicely done. And with that, this marks the end of the art showcase, and subsequently the end of the stream. Thank you to everyone who either submitted your levels, submitted your art, or simply participated in chat. It's due to your continued support why I continue to produce new content for the channel. It is really appreciated, and that's why the series and many others have gone for this long. Like, it's been almost 7 years since Mega Man Maker was released, 700 episodes in, and I hope to do another 100. So, if you're enjoying this or any other piece of content on the channel, please rate, comment, favorite, and or subscribe, as they all help it out. Don't forget to follow me on X, Mastodon, co-host, and Blue Sky as well, and join my Discord server, as I regularly post updates there. Thank you very much for watching, and I hope to see you all in a future Let's Play